Live from the Big Picture in Seattle, Washington, it's Mr. Sean Reddy.
Thank you. I'm an international recording artist and a designer, and I'm presently working on a PBS special. I'm the CEO of Rockwindow International, and it is my great pleasure to introduce our host of the evening. His name is Mr. Bob Coburn. Bob Coburn is one of America's premier media personalities. He is the host of Rockline for almost 20 years. He has been named by Album Network magazine as one of the 100 most important personalities in rock. He was nominated last year for Classic Rock Personality of the Year by Radio and Records magazine. He just appeared on VH1, Behind the Music for AC/DC. He was the American host for the epic The Wall in Berlin. Bob was the international host for Live Aid in 80 countries. He hosted the Bruce Springsteen legendary Roxy show. He has interviewed everyone from Roseanne to Mike Myers to two presidents, including Carter and Clinton. He is a constant rock expert for the media. Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful man, a true gentleman, my friend, Bob. Come on in.
It is indeed a pleasure to have you here with the Rockwindow family this evening to celebrate in this great city with the opening of the Experience Music Project. What a joy to be with you tonight. We see the amazing contributions Seattle has made to the music industry and have appreciated being part of the grand opening of EMP, which is truly stunning. I've been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, and you can't compare one museum to another. It's not fair, but this just stands alone as a testament to the power of rock and roll, the power of communications, and the human spirit. It's a beautiful thing for the city of Seattle and the rest of the country and the international community as well. Now, I have a lot of friends who live here. I've vacationed here numerous times. There's a lot of physical beauty here, great cultural heritage. Seattle is truly, to me, one of America's treasures, and the music's been pretty good, too, don't you think? Music's been pretty darn good for the past, since 1967, when a guy named Jimi Hendrix strapped on a guitar and became famous. I'd like to introduce somebody very special to me, a dear friend of mine, our CEO and the visionary behind Rockwindow Television, Mr. Marcus House. Would you stand up, please, Marcus? Marcus and I have known each other for over a decade now, I guess. He was a radio personality at one time, but he was smart enough to get out of the business, and here I still am. That's why I want to branch into television, for one thing, and also because I believe in this project very, very much. I always told Marcus when his idea was correct, I would be there for him. 10 years have passed, and now I'm standing here as a testimony to say the idea is correct. And it's in place, and it's in line, and you will see that tonight. Also joining us tonight from our advisory board, we'd like to welcome Seattle's own legend, Mr. Boyd Grafmeyer. Boyd, would you stand up, please? Truly a legend in Seattle, not only with his concert business, but as a personality in his own right, and also with all the charitable functions that he's been involved in over the years. One of the founders of MTV and CMT, that is also a man very dear to me, is Mr. Niall Henson. Niall, would you stand up, please? Niall has enjoyed life on the edge as creator and source of inspiration for many people, and his involvement convinced me to join the Rockwindow Television family, and I couldn't be happier. When I saw that someone of Niall's caliber and capability had moved into the picture, I said, you know, this is something I want to do. And I want you to know this is not a project for money. I don't get paid anything. I think this is just the greatest idea that I've heard in 20 years. And I would have said 2 years ago it was the future, but today I say it's now. It's not the future. This is now. I'd also like to thank KZOK for being the Seattle Rockline station and for running the show every Wednesday night. I appreciate that very much from KZOK. Rockwindow Television is the premier classic and modern rock, music, video, news subscription service for the internet. Rockwindow presents an on-demand playlist. An on-demand playlist. You call it up, it'll be there for you. A library of classic and modern rock programming, a rock encyclopedia, live concert events, interactive DJs, and e-commerce opportunities that you will not believe. Rockwindow is a new music experience in itself. It focuses on utilizing the technologies and distribution potentials of the World Wide Web. We proclaim that classic rock is a global medium, an art form that deserves, no, it actually demands to be promoted on the web. And in recent years, the radio world has seen how classic rock stations appeal to all demographics. Classic rockers aren't dead and buried. Classic rockers are performing today. I saw Yes in concert the other night. I recently had Peter Frampton on Rockline. He's on tour. Styx and REO, they're on tour. These bands are active, they're happening, they're fun to watch. They've created a great legacy of music, and a lot of them are making tremendous new product as well. Rockwindow combines the success of classic rock with new and modern rock, bringing baby boomers and their children together for a great music experience. What follows is a sneak preview of Rockwindow's content to be launched, and this will be launched in November of this year.